Hey friends, how are you? How you doing? How you living? I hope that you're thriving and vibing. Let's get into the cards and see what your guides want to have a yap about today, what they want to bring to your attention. Universe, please, insight and information. What would you like to talk about? What would you like to bring to the focus of this beautiful collective? We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Four of Cups. We have the King of Wands. The Six of Pentacles. Oh, okay. I want to get one more little theme coming up here. Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Let's get in. We have these three different themes cooking up in this reading. So we have the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. I feel like there is this energy of you working on things and not quite seeing the result of it yet. And you're in this state where you're just having to keep chugging along, doing the things, and the fruits of your labor is not quite manifest. And I don't think it's because it's not working. I think it's because the time between you doing the work and seeing it like come to fruition, you just haven't, like, that amount of time hasn't passed yet. You're still like in, like, you know that as well. You know that like things take time. You're just in that waiting period right now. So because you're waiting for this like result, this like harvest to come, it can feel like the other good things around you just seem a little bit more like dull. So we'll get into that energy there. We have the King of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. I feel like this is not your energy. I feel like this is a person. So we'll dig into that. And Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. This is back to you. I feel like you're going to be making some really big moves. Some of you could actually like literally be moving. But you're going to be making some major moves, making action that you've never taken before. And that's really exciting. And I think it's going to be very fortunate. Like, it's going to be very lucky. Okay, love that too. Let's get in. So let's have a look at you in this little like waiting period. It's like you have a waiting period on. Yeah, it's like you've won the lottery, but there's like a waiting period before you can go and pick it up. So you're like, oh, just like in the in-between time, you know? Except it's not like the lottery. It's not like you've won the lottery either, because you don't know for sure. But you won't know until enough time passes. We have the Star. Why doubt yourself? Why dare doubt yourself? That's what your guides are like. It's like you think that they don't got your back. Do you really think so little of yourself that you think that your efforts aren't going to work? How dare you? The audacity of you to doubt yourself. Absolutely not. No. Not here. Not here, okay? Not now. Not after everything that you've achieved. Not after everything that you have proven to yourself that you can do. Not with all the love that you come in, that you come into contact with, and all the compliments and all of the support that you get. No. Your guides aren't having it. The reason why you're feeling like this is because you are in this waiting period. You can be really susceptible to self-doubt. Absolutely not. No. They're just trying to catch those intrusive thoughts as they're coming. Like, stop. No. It's just wrong. No. We have the Three of Pentacles. Low key. I started this reading like twice already. I'm telling you, it's not my day. Having a dippy day, and that's fine. I am in my metamorphosis, right? And I'm at the stage where I'm inside the cocoon and I'm just like this pile of like guts and jelly. That's where I'm at. It's a crucial part of the process. It's a lot. It's a fucking lot. So I had to start this reading 3 times. 3rd time's the charm. And this one came through as well. You are going to continue on this path. I feel like there's this intrusive thought coming into your mind of like, is this even what I'm like destined to do? Like, is this gonna work? Yes. It's like, you don't understand this thing that you're working on, these plans that you have made. Not only have you already proven that you can do it, but like, this is literally your destiny. Your guides are getting annoyed. Like, of course this is going to work. This is exactly the destiny we have in mind for you. This is your purpose. Of course it's going to work. Of course it is. I just want to pull some cards on what you can do to help you through this self-doubt that you might be experiencing. Oh, baby, no. Okay, 10 of Swords coming up. Yeah, you're in it. You might be having some dippy days too, y'all. Let's get into it. I even said I wasn't going to get into downloads, but there is a download. I didn't want to get into it. Okay, but we're getting into it because if I reject a message, I'm going to get all twitchy, and I don't like that feeling. I've had too much of that already. Anyways, so we've been talking recently about you receiving love and not being the caretaker and not being in the caretaker role. And in the amazing way that the readings hit and the downloads hit, like, guides will always give you advice that you need to hear, but they're not always going to give you the whole picture. Because if they said to you, you need to feel all of this pain and stop trying to avoid it by like constantly comforting yourself and distracting yourself away from it, then you wouldn't do it. You don't want to go through something painful. So if they're like, oh, just rest. You don't need to take care of yourself right now. You don't need to constantly be mothering yourself. You don't need to constantly, you need to step out of that role and be really present and learn to receive the love. Yeah. And when you learn to receive the love, you like, and stop taking care, like all of that care to like preemptively take care of yourself, that's when you can actually start just existing in the feeling, because you aren't constantly trying to get rid of a bad feeling. When we're taking care of ourselves, it's all like we're constantly trying to comfort a feeling, and we end up like just covering it, you know? So I feel like if you have taken the advice and like stepping back from that caretaker role for a bit, you might be having a dippy day. You might be having an absolute meltdown. You might be processing things, being held in the safe, warm love of your future self and your higher self, letting go of the reins and just like letting them care for you. You might find yourself processing stuff that you haven't processed, or finding yourself in a space where you truly feel safe enough to start moving out of a freeze response, or like going through and actually feeling some kind of devastation that you didn't let yourself feel when it was happening, because you were in that caretaker role, whether that was for yourself or for other people, or you just got trapped in a caretaker role. That's going to happen too. So if that's happened to you, oh, girl, I'm so with you. Last year was absolutely cooked. And I feel like I'm only now finally in a safe enough space to like process what I did, how I handled it. I don't know. And just like how insane the things were. You know, and sometimes when you're little miss caretaker and everyone's depending on you and you have to be super strong, I know you know. It's like the things are happening around you and you can't have the reaction of, oh my God, this is really scary. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. Oh my God, I didn't know the world worked like this. I didn't know people work like this. I didn't know that this was a thing that could exist, and now it's on my plate and people are depending on me to be able to help them deal with it. And like, you just have to like shut off from all your emotions, you know? And then you can get stuck in that caretaker role. This is again where you're letting yourself receive. Sometimes you have to be a ball of mush that is scared and frightened and overwhelmed and vulnerable and is just being like, what the F is happening? And sometimes we can only feel that way when we finally let ourselves receive the love from ourselves and stop trying to constantly preemptively take care of it. It's good. It's a good thing because you need to process this. This would have come up at some point. I hope you guys are still with me. If you're with me, I'm like getting the download. And then as I talk about it, it's like intensifies and I like enter the download space. And this is why I didn't want to do the download. I just wanted to pull cards. Anyways, it's a crucial part of the metamorphosis. You are calibrating. Yeah, that's okay. Just because you are in this state doesn't mean that you're still not this star energy. Doesn't mean that like, I think that you are finally letting yourself feel a feeling of like incapability. Now, I don't think that that's real, but I think that like, it's a feeling that you didn't let yourself have at the time because you couldn't be allowed. You weren't allowed to feel incapable. There was no room for you to be incapable in this situation. You had to be. You must be capable. You have to be the one to take care of this. There is no one else. But the feeling of like, oh my God, what is happening? I can't do this. This is too hard for me. There's still a version of you that felt that. And I feel like that part of you might be popping up because you're stepping away from that caretaker role. So that voice doesn't have to be the dominant voice, but that voice is finally getting a space to be expressed. And that, hand in hand with you being in this kind of waiting period, I can see how you are feeling doubt about how you're handling a current situation just because you're giving a voice to a part of you that doubted how you're handling past situations. And that's just getting like, the wires are getting crossed. And so your guides are like, look, you're feeling this way and you're processing this emotion that doesn't actually have anything to do with what you're currently going through. So they're very different situations. They are unrelated, but it makes total sense why, as you're processing this, you would then think that, oh my God, is this going to happen in this situation? No. This voice of you being like, I can't do this. This is too hard. This is too much. Why do I have to deal with this? What the F is going on? That isn't you in your entirety. That is one aspect of you. That is one thought amongst a myriad of thoughts that you have when you are dealing with a situation. And that's not how you handle that situation at the end of the day. And it's not how you're going to handle your current situation. Don't doubt that you always are going to figure it out and that you're going to do the right thing. I think you just are finally letting yourself have space to recognize that what you do and what you've been through is very difficult and it's very hard and it's very heavy. And at the time, you just couldn't even conceptualize that to the fullest extent because you couldn't let yourself get overwhelmed. But that's how you're feeling right now and the emotion that you're processing right now. This is not you. It is a very accurate reading of something that happened to you long ago that you are just now processing as you are going through the metamorphosis. This is something that you are having to let go of. And also something to acknowledge. You made a choice. Like, you made a choice and you took an action in those hard situations to take care of it and hold it together. Acknowledge that there are a myriad of thoughts going on and you acted on the one that kept it together. Where there are other thoughts and other actions that you could have taken. And there are other emotions there that are like, this is too much. You didn't take that action. We are not our thoughts, but we are our actions, our choices. That is how we like choose to show up. And I, feel like that is a better representation of who we are. This aspect of the universe that is experiencing the universe. You know what I mean? We're getting, yeah. Anyways, you are not the emotion that you are just processing right now, you know? And it's good that you process that. Oh, gosh. Girl. All right, let's get in because I'm on another work break, and so I need to lock in with the rest of these cards. Let's have a look at the Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. You're going to be lucky. You're moving forward and doing different things, and it's lucky. It's very lucky. Let's have a look at it. Wheel of Fortune, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. I feel like the guidance here is you are actually going to be very, very lucky, but things like options and like pathways and like things that you kind of hoped for aren't going to pan out the way that you wanted them to. Something else lucky is going to happen. So the luck and the good fortune and the progress and the evolutions in terms of like, I think it's career, creativity, they're just not going to like happen in the ways that you like think that they're going to happen. And there might be different offers that are not taken up on that. Yeah, it's just, I think you've got this idea of like, okay, this is the ideal situation for me. And I just don't think that actually is the ideal situation for you. And something is going to get closed off, or there's going to be some kind of rejection somewhere that's actually going to put you on a path that is much more aligned and much more healing for you. Yeah. It's kind of like you wanting to go to a new destination, but like the destination's going to change. But the destination that you're changing to is going to be better. And it's like a very tiny thing. Like I said, I think y'all could be moving as well. Let's get into this King of Wands, Six of Pentacles energy. What's up? What's up with you? Go on. Go on. Who are you? Give me a card. Tell me about you. Ace of Cups. Okay. Heart forward, King of Wands. Okay. Someone coming forward with the love of a ring. Someone who wants to like shower you in presents. I'm getting like, you can be like spoiled by this person. I love that for you. Get presents. Get presents. Get compliments. Okay, what intentions does this King of Wands have? They want to show up changed and strong. That's what, we got death and we've got strength. They just want to they want to show themselves to you as changed and strong and steady and shower you in presents. Like, okay, all right. Good for you, babe. Awesome. Love that for you. Anything else about this energy that you want to tell this collective about? Queen of Wands. Oh my God. Divine pair. Page of Swords. Oh my gosh. So much communication coming through. Page of Swords, Ace of Wands. I think there's going to be a communication that comes through that feels like it's like an olive branch. It's like a peace offering coming through. Okay. Look, that's good. All of the energy there is like reading like very nice. So I'm not going to mess with an already nice reading. I'm not going to keep pulling cards and wait for it to get like toxic. Nah, let's keep it good. Let's keep it light, especially with the day I've been having. Y'all, day, week, she's in it. She's in the thick of it and just processing. Not even like a tower moment, not even like a death, part of the cycle. Just, she's processing. Turns out the girl that loves talking about her feelings has so many feelings that apparently I just talk about them and I don't feel them. The more you know, the more I'm learning. I hope you guys are doing okay. It's Leo season. God help us. Okay, let's get into the oracle cards. Universe, truth, honor, empress, integrity. You know what I love? I love that in this deck, empress and truth are like the same because yes. Because you know I love me an empress energy and I love the truth. Oh my gosh, truth will set you free. Truth will set you free. Oh my gosh, let me talk about something. I know that it's like a cliche that like, oh, the truth will set you free, as in like speaking the truth is going to set you free and you won't have to deal with lies and you'll show up and represent yourself honestly, and that's really good. It's true like that, you know? But like I was hit in the face with this whole like the truth will set you free thing recently through different interactions with different people. Kind of like when you show up so authentically to someone and then they react really, really badly and in a way that you like don't at all want them to react. And then you really see the truth of someone and that sets you free. When you see the truth about someone, when you've had like an idea of them in your head, you see the truth of them and you're like, oh, I'm free from this now. That's a powerful thing. Anyways, that which is true will always be enough. Your truth is always going to be enough. It doesn't need to be justified. It just needs to be honest. And I love that as well. Like I always say to my students that want to like, they come to their music lessons and they come to me and they're like, I haven't practiced. I'm like, great. Well, not great, but like good that you tell me. Just tell me that you haven't practiced because you know what? I'll know. And like, we can work with this. We can work with the truth. You tell me that you've practiced and then I go in thinking that you know the material and we're going to move forward. We're going to have a bad time. You tell me that you haven't practiced and we can go from there. If you give someone the truth, it gives a foundation that you can honestly move forward from. It's so important. And I think that the people that love you and respect you would rather take you exactly as you are than have to navigate some like false version of you. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I feel like people are trying to reach forward towards your energy. I feel like there's this thing of like it's being pulled and like yanked away. Maybe you have recently started to enforce some boundaries and that could be it. As soon as you start like placing some proper boundaries around certain people or certain places, what can happen is you finally feel like a deep safety, like in a way that your nervous system feels safety. And that can often trigger your suppressed emotions to come up to the surface because you finally feel safe enough to feel everything. So maybe for some of you, this could be why some of this heaviness is coming up in amongst it. You finally set some boundaries and kind of put yourself in a new space, and now your nervous system could be like, okay, cool, let's deal with this now. Oh gosh. Anyways, okay. No, I just feel it. I feel it too much. I think that like, you know what's wild? I'll do these readings and I feel like I'm talking about things that like are recently happening to me or like just happened to me because that's the imagery that comes up. I'm wrong. I'm actually still talking about my future. And it's just like, I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm done with the hard times. Please be done. Oh my God, I'm tired, but no, it's fine. My life is amazing. It's so good. And look, if I'm part of the collective that gets some person that wants to like literally spoil me, great. I'm down for that. I'm not going to say no. I'm going to jump off. I feel brighter for being in your energy. I'm not going to apologize for my like energy right now, but I do appreciate you sitting with me. For those of you who've been like, oh my God, I can tell you're kind of going through it. Love you too. Oh my God. Honestly, it's so lovely to have some tarot besties out here, just sharing the good vibes and just like going through it, but going through it together, y'all. Anyways, I'm going to jump off. I'll see you in the next reading.